So the birthday I had a couple of weeks ago got me to that important milestone in my mind of being old as fuck. I don't see a whole lot of advantages to getting older, quite frankly, and I need to adjust the way I look at that. But that's kind of where I am right now, having just survived that birthday a couple of weeks ago. But one thing I do know is an advantage is that in all those decades of experience, we do gain some wisdom. So every now and then, although they are not my most popular videos, I like to share something where I have gotten through something, figured something out, just in case it'll help someone else not have to go through with as much struggle as I did. So there are stages of ascension, and one of them, almost at the end here, is called the self-mastery stage. The self-mastery phase is where we think we have already tackled something to heal. We think we've crossed it off the list, and there it is again. Now, the natural tendency is to think, what did I miss? Did I do something wrong? Did I just think I had this successfully healed and I was fooling myself? This self-mastery phase is presenting the same thing that you've already tackled so that you can see this time you handled it differently. You made different choices. You reacted in a more balanced way. You didn't fly off the handle. You didn't take great offense. It's just a way for Spirit to show you. See, you didn't do something wrong. Now quit thinking that you always do something wrong and pat yourself on the back. You've succeeded at changing the way you react to this situation, and that's all we were trying to point out to you. So now all that background out of the way. I had a video up yesterday, and a person commented that I had never seen comment on any of my videos before. And I knew from the first comment, probably this was a person trying to stir things up, but I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. So he had asked a question, I answered it. His next comment was that was way too simple. Kind of like, you're not getting off the hook with that. How is that going to help anyone figure out how to heal the world? Well, first of all, the video was nothing about healing the world. The next comment was, wow, you are amazing. Not like you are amazing, but like you are amazing, with sarcasm. I can't believe that you viewed the world in such a simple way. Then it went on to ask me to explain how I came around to such simplistic thinking. This is someone I don't know. And so I wanted to tell you how I would have reacted. And I'm happy to say, did not react in the same way this time. So the wow, you are amazing with sarcasm, I would have taken as an insult. And I would have become defensive. Because it was clear in how it was put. And this time I decided to kind of chuckle and say to myself, well, yeah, I am amazing. Being told that my thinking is simple would have also been perceived as an insult, as I have come to realize. My thinking is simple because it is supposed to be. I'm just a normal person. I don't like using the fancy matrix, vortex, buzzwords. I like to just keep things simple. So I've been given this ability to see the world in a very simple way so that I can then convey things in a simple way. Some of us just like to keep it simple. Now I was going to say something crude. I thought about it twice. Now I'm thinking about it a third time. This is how I describe myself, and so whether it's crude or not, I'm going to say. Some of us just call a turd a turd. I'm just honest. And if simple is something that he found worthy of insulting, that was cool. But this time I didn't react. I wasn't insulted. It was like confirmation that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So see, I hope you're seeing that the self-mastery stuff has to do with seeing the world with a different perspective. You know, you've probably heard of the 4 agreements, and one of the agreements, I guess, is that you don't take things personally. And I've had to work very hard at that. It was my way to instantly become defensive when I felt like I was being insulted in the past. I have learned that, that's on the other person usually. It's projection, or they're just having a bad day and they feel like hurting someone. I have gotten to the place I don't take things personally like I used to. So there's one of my little pearls of wisdom. Try not to take things so personally and see how it kind of makes life a little easier to get through. The next part was being asked to justify my way of looking at the world. Simplistic. Now, there was a time, for most of my life, honestly, where I would have felt that I did need to justify how I looked at things because I didn't feel good enough. I've worked really hard at that too. And I know that my way of looking at the world, my way of thinking is different from a lot of people, but that's okay. My reply was that I don't have any obligation to answer anything to you. You do you, I'll do me. And that is where we left it. We are all entitled to believe what we believe. If you are a politician and you are having to defend your platform, I guess you need to explain and answer questions like that. Or if you're at dinner with friends and you're just having a friendly discussion and everyone wants to learn something from someone else, maybe you would answer in that case. But a lot of times people will ask you to defend your position or your way of thinking so that they can take some of your power or your confidence away. Don't play along with it. You don't have to explain to anyone why you feel the way you feel, why you think the way you think, why your beliefs are your beliefs. It is okay to say, none of your beeswax. And a lot of times, they just want you to lay out your position so they can go, that's silly, that doesn't make any sense. Now listen to the brilliance I have to share. You don't have to play along with that. You don't have to give them that opportunity. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Don't give your power away in that way. I do understand it was all meant to provoke. And the person took the comments down today. I was going to put them up on the screen, but it's probably better this way anyway. You do not have to justify your existence or your spirituality, your beliefs, your feelings to anybody unless you feel connected to someone and you feel drawn to doing so. So many of us have been raised to be polite, and that certainly has been something that has hindered me. And it's okay to attempt to be polite, but when people push past that place, it's okay to say, I don't owe you that. What I wanted to do was be brief and concise, and that never happens with me. I may have a simple way of looking at life, but I can't express it very simply, and I apologize for that. I just wanted to help you see that if you're having things come up again, it may be that you are also in the self-mastery phase on that particular thing. Don't feel like you've done something wrong. Don't feel like you've missed something in your healing. Instead, take the time to see how you handled it better. Take the time to see you really have grown. Take the time to pat yourself on the back. It's what Spirit wants us to do. And so, I'm proud of me, and if you've been dealing with the same thing, I'm proud of you.